So, Halo Infinite is almost here. It's actually almost here. I can't believe I'm saying that. I remember a few years ago when we barely knew what this game was. Back in 2018, we didn't even know what it meant for Halo Infinite and its existence to happen like we do now. And a lot's changed since 2018. Oh boy, a lot has changed. And now here we are, over 3 years later, in November of 2021. Only a little over a month away. And the one aspect everyone was expecting, but isn't going to be here at launch, what we were promised in 2020, but will not come to fruition. Which, I mean, the whole reception of the game right now overall is very positive. That's good, but there's still some things I think the community wishes were a little different, and that being co-op campaign, because it's not in the game at launch. It'll be there. It'll come in time with one of the seasons, but it's not going to be there at launch, unfortunately. And it's a little sad, can't even lie, because it was one thing with Halo 5 to not be able to play split screen together locally. It's another to just not be able to have a co-op experience at launch, period. So, at the very least, we're gonna get it. I mean, that's positive. Still wish the circumstances were a little bit different with that, but it really is what it is until we get it, unfortunately. So, something I've been wondering and something I've been wanting to talk about is how will Halo Infinite handle co-op when we reach that point of finally having it in the game? How will it be executed? What is the plan here for co-op? Because I think we need to know. I'm sure they'll tell us before it releases, but I still want to talk about how it could be handled post-launch before we get to that point, because there's definitely some things to be said. So, when it comes to how co-op campaign will be handled, I think the best way that they could go about it is have whoever invites everyone to their lobby be the party leader, as expected in co-op and multiplayer. You know, the person who invites everyone is considered the host, although not really, because dedicated servers are a thing. So in terms of hosts, like how it used to be back in the day, you know, we're not in 2010 anymore. But I think that it should be based on the system where you have one player that the game considers to be the main person. And then from there, co-op, in terms of other players, would be you join in just throughout regular sessions. You know, maybe you're just exploring the wilderness. Maybe you've unlocked a naked chief camo where you don't even have to have armor. You can just have your, you know, everything showing. You know, maybe have your massive Spartan cock just out flailing, you know, fucking about, and then out of nowhere you just have a clone of you, granted not as cool, but still a clone of you nonetheless, hop in. You know, you're just here like, you know, as you're just shooting and spraying and praying, and then just, you know, thrusting your dick back and forth, or swaying it, I should say. Thrusting is another ability. I'm sure that'll be an armor upgrade that you can unlock in the campaign. But, you know, just having a good old time, going balls out, literally, and then just out of nowhere, a player joins in. You know, you're just, and then out of nowhere, it's like, I'll start from this side. Hey, what's up, buddy? I'm here to help you. And that's how it goes throughout the campaign. You know, you just join in whenever you want to. Remember when, in like 2013, E3 2013, when they showed off Destiny for the first time in terms of gameplay, and it was just drop in, drop out co-op? I think something like that would work. Just, hey, I'm here now. Whoa, that's a lot of enemies. Huh, let's go kill those motherfuckers. I think that would be very enjoyable. Because any other way, I'm not really sure. Maybe I'm just fucking stupid and I'm just incapable of thinking of other methods. I haven't ever played Borderlands, for example, but I hear that co-op's handled very well. Is it anything like this? I'll look it up. I'll look it up. No one needs to answer that question. You're free to answer it if you guys would like, but I'll look it up myself. It's okay. Please understand. So, when it comes to co-op, I think that would be the best way to handle it, just dropping in and then dropping out, because I'm not really sure what they could do. Like, what else could they do? Maybe, like, you have the pilot that's been around since E3 2019. He just drops in, and both of you go throughout the world fighting. One person controls each character. Well, yet again, Pilot would probably die within mere seconds because he's not a super soldier human like Master Chief, so I don't think that would be the best method. Maybe it could be sort of like a dual co-op experience. I actually just thought of this now while recording, which I think this could be interesting. Just imagine you're playing as Chief, and the second player in the game plays as the weapon, you know, the new Cortana. Or not Cortana, whatever you want to call her. And basically, you control everything, while the person who's playing as Master Chief just shoots enemies. The person playing as the weapon, they are allowed to let you know, hey, there's enemies there. Oh, look, there's a few enemies there. Oh, there's a few enemies there. There's a few enemies here. Just things like that. I think that would be cool. Or, hey, look, it's a base. It's a base of operations. We need to take it down, Chief. And, you know, of course, the weapon would sound exactly like that. What we've seen in the trailers of her voice, Jen Taylor, no, sorry, that's fake, guys. That's fake. How I sound now, that's how the weapon's gonna sound in the game. But that's another thing which this ties into. How is it gonna tie in with this being open world? That's what it really comes down to. Just this big ass area you can explore, and then people just come along with you. I mean, how long is the campaign gonna be anyways? I looked it up and I've seen it could be like up to 20 hours or something around that. Not really sure. I mean, if you got to pay $6 for this campaign, there's got to be a good amount of content there, and hopefully the content is actually all quality. There isn't a bunch of boring filler shit like it's a Ubisoft game, because open world games, especially now, have a tendency to be a lot of boring filler, which adds nothing to the experience. So hopefully it'll actually be purposeful, and completing all this content will be fun, which, considering all the different ways you can go about fucking around with the sandbox and having fun in the game, I'm sure that there's a lot of possibilities, especially within a co-op experience. I'm just really curious to see how this is gonna be executed at launch. So, all in all, I just wanted to talk a little bit about that. I can't think of anything else to say. I just turned on the camera and just started talking from there, and that's the video now. So you're gonna get this, and you're gonna watch it whether you like it or not. I mean, you don't have to watch it. I can't force you physically. I can't force anyone to do anything, but you know, you have to, because it's an obligation. Look, guys, if you're subscribing, then it's an obligation as a viewer to watch everything every single content creator that you're subscribed to has ever put out, ever. Like, you have to go all the way back to the beginning of all the discographies of YouTube channels and watch all of it. You can't look at your phone at all. You can't take any bathroom breaks. You have to sit at your screen and just stare like this. Like I'm staring at this wallpaper right now. That's a good wallpaper. It's very clean. So, all in all, you know, that adds to the point to what I'm saying. And now I really don't have anything else left to add for this video. Just co-op campaign. Sucks we won't be able to play at launch, but hopefully it'll work well. I heard that apparently there's a lot of technical issues getting it working, which, I mean, this is an open world game. Possibly around 20 hours. Also having to accommodate for co-op when that's added. So I'm sure there's a lot of resources involved in this. And, you know, if there really is a lot of issues with getting co-op campaign working, it really makes you wonder, why was this not such a focus beforehand to make sure that it functions well at launch? Well, why did they not have such focus on this? Like, really, I do wonder what was going on with this game completely behind the scenes. I hope one day we'll figure out what the hell Infinite has been behind the scenes from start of development to now. Just getting a whole background story about that, I think, would be dope. So hopefully one day. But yeah, now there's nothing else to add. I'm gonna stop saying that. So there you go. What do you guys think of campaign co-op? How do you think they'll go about it? How do you think Infinite will handle it? Leave your thoughts in the description below. And with that being said, that's the video. Hope you enjoyed it, and I'll see you all next time. But until then, I'm out. Later.